Hey, what is going to happen to the spring market in real estate? So I'm excited to share today what my feelings and some other analysis of what's happening in the spring market or what to expect in the spring market. Eric Hatch here with Century 21. I come from the beautiful foothills and some beautiful weather today. So wanted to share my screen here and show you what basically what we've got going for the market update today. If you need to get a hold of me, there's some of my information there as well. Spring market, what the spring market does is obviously we have a influx of new listings that are happening. We've had over the last several years, post-pandemic, we've had a really lower number of below statistic numbers of current listings. I do see a tick up of listings that are happening right now, and I do see some listings sitting on the market a little bit longer, but I also see the properties that you price and list appropriately are selling within days. I've got multiple offers on two properties that we just put on the market in the last couple of days, and they are, they'll fly off the shelf, and they are a nice, great, value. I've seen them at the $400,000 range, and I've seen them at $1.1 million. So they could be either direction. So what I want to share, kind of just in the two counties here, and feel free if you want Rockland, Roseville, Lincoln, let me know, but I'm just kind of putting in Nevada County and Placer County of these two of my primary markets here of showing that you can see the listing accounts of Auburn in the Auburn general area. There's 20 more than they had last month. And this is just in the last couple days here, what's basically happening. And then you've got in Grass Valley, there's 21 of the total listings is there, and you've got the active listings, new listings on the count, and then pending listing account. So pending sales are still healthy. We still feel that it's more just slightly a seller's market, but the buyer's market is trending up a little bit. I would say on that lower price point range where the more affordable homes are, there's a little bit less buyers out there right now purchasing those particular homes. So those homes have to be properly priced, or they'll sit on the market a little bit longer, because you'll see that homes are sitting on the market a little longer because inventory is coming up and people are not needing to rush out and purchase something like right away because there's more to choose from. And so when the inventory goes up, pricing kind of gets into more of a buyer's market, and then the buyers will be able to start seeing some really good deals. So I feel there's some really, really good deals all out there in all price points and ranges. And there's some deals out there that I wouldn't want to purchase because they're just asking too much. So you've got to have to weed through those and sift through the ones that you feel. Because our market, the median price, and again, this is going to start with Grass Valley, that you can see here is kind of the national number, which is orange, which is also on the same trend there. But back in 2024, here's the 580. So we had this little dip in 2024 in October. The median price was about 580. And you can see that now here with the spring market, it is starting to tick up a little bit more because more expensive homes are coming on the market, which those homes in that price point and range, they are the ones that I feel that are selling the quickest in that price point and range. You've got new listings here, so you can see the new listing count. That is actually also following the national average here too. But you can see back in June of 2024, we're still lower than what we were back then on the new inventory. So feel free to look at even March a year ago was 44 new listing count of that came on the market during that month. So we're actually getting double that amount here for the March, but we're still lower than these 2 months as well. Months of inventory, this is always something to look at because most counties surrounding my office, the most listings are sitting on the market longer, like 50% of them are sitting on the market longer than 30 days. So that's something where you look at the month of inventory when more homes pop on the market, a nice healthy group here of 2.5 months, close to 2.5 months or 2 months worth of inventory around Grass Valley is a great healthy market. When it gets up to 6 months of inventory, then you really shifted gears and went into a buyer's market at this moment. So still kind of more a friendly seller's market, inventory there on that one in Grass Valley. And here's your medium days on market. You can see that in March we're at 65, but even last year we were 52. So you can see that's kind of peaking up. This is seasonal. You can see normally in the winter times, the houses aren't selling as quickly as possible, but now we're 65 and then we were 52 last year. So that's also in Grass Valley. And the number of homes with price reductions. I always like to look at this one too, is like, hey, what's going on in the nation and what's going on in our market. You can see that in the nation, this is a high spike right here where we got a lot of and nationally a lot of homes that are doing some price adjustments. But here we've got like 32 in March. So March and 30 in February. So this is a nice healthy market, just saying, hey, we didn't quite get what we kind of wanted, and maybe we need to do a price adjustment on that. But you can see that they're a lot lower here coming into the end of this year than they were back even last year, May, June, July. There was a lot of price adjustments here. So let's see where this number kind of takes us in the in the near future. So shifting gears to Auburn, you can see the median price here is around that 666 kind of price point and range. You got new listing count, so we got a bigger spike of new listings that are happening in the Auburn general vicinity. So big spike, because you can see the new listings in March of 2024, we only had 48. So that's almost getting close to doubling our inventory, what we're having that is hitting the market. So that's going to drive prices down a little bit, but also is going to be a healthy market for buyers out there to have more choices of what you're looking for. And then months of inventory, this is this is close. It dropped here in March. You used to have 3, so we had a lot of pending sales that happened here in the beginning of spring. And now with that inventory, I'm assuming that would guess that the next number here in April, when those numbers come in, that you're going to see that a little bit higher on the inventory. Medium days on markets, you got 45. And so Auburn's a little bit interesting and fun because they're not staying on the market as long as maybe Grass Valley. They're kind of moving quicker, which kind of makes sense because it's a little bit closer to Roseville, Sacramento, of the business hubs there of people and commuting purposes. But you've got 45 days is kind of your medium there. And number of homes with price reductions in the Auburn. This one has gone up. It's steadily gone up January, February, March. So that's a big, not quite as much as 70-something% on the other ones, but you've got 44 homes that have done some price adjustments in March. So that was kind of a nice statistic there too. And then I always like to talk about, well, where are the forecast? And then we've been able to put together a lot of the banks and organizations here that will discuss kind of where they feel, the average is 2.7. They feel that the forecast of price appreciation is 2.7, which is still about that normalcy, pre-pandemic kind of normal. So that is great. A couple people down here, Morgan Stanley, people think it's going to be lower, but most of the analysis and people are feeling that we're still going to have a good appreciation through 2025 of where we'll have our appreciation of homes. And then the last one here is homes that are taking a week or longer to sell. I thought this is a national one. So you've got percentage here of in market in February of each year. So you can kind of see where they are of every single year of how long that they're taking to sell. And you can see that back in 2017, 18, 19, and 20, it kind of was down. So we're still a very healthy kind of area and time frame on that. So just want to share this, guys, on your market video of the month. Feel free if you guys have any questions or thoughts. Feel free to share them. Happy to answer them. But I feel that it's a great time for buyers to buy homes if you can find the right house at the right price for you, which they are there. And then if you're a seller, there's still buyers out there looking to purchase. So reach out to me. You guys have a wonderful and successful day, and take care.